Hey y'all, and welcome to Stivers Homestead. It is a beautiful afternoon here on this Sunday evening. It has just been really nice since we got through the storms. So first off, thank you all for all the prayers. We did fare well through the storms that came through. A lot of high winds. I mean, we had several tree branches down, but nothing that caused any damage. But the rest of Kentucky got hit pretty hard. So continue to keep them in your prayers. I'll be praying for you if it was part of your property that got hurt too. We didn't get any of the rain or tornadoes or anything like that. It's just insane winds. And I know a lot of the South got that over this past weekend. So just we're grateful that we didn't have any damage and we were able to weather through it. But now we've been working. We've been doing a lot of different things up in the barnyard. I wanted to show you all. But first, I wanted to go over this real quick. Benny, quit chewing on my toes. I know you love my flip-flops, but quit chewing on my toes. There's been a common trend that we have been seeing in our messages and on our email. A lot of people asking, what is our top recommendation, our top tincture we recommend during allergy season? What's the best one that we suggest? And that by far is the dandelion root tincture. That is going to be the top allergy tincture that we have in here. So make sure if you are looking for one, that's the one you're going to get, and we have plenty in stock. It has other property too. Let's see on here. It actually is also good for UTI, water retention, and reducing high cholesterol. So you're going to get those added benefits on top of helping your rough allergy season that you have. Since we're in here, I'll quickly tell you that Jen is back in stock of a fan favorite, her lavender face toner. She actually told me that she said it's the favorite thing she does every morning is put her face toner on. That's been a top seller. It was out of stock for a while, and there's a bunch more in. And of course, continue to keep taking your elderberry throughout the year. The elderberry tincture is an immune boosting. It's going to help you through allergy season, cold and flu season, just season changes in general. It's going to continuously help you. And we have a brand new one. This is one of 4 brand new ones that were coming out. They're actually blended. So Jen, the chemist, is blending some different ones together to make basically super tinctures. The first one that we have bottled up is called Chill Out Tincture. And so this is lavender and valerian that we have mixed in here. And it's going to help you chill out. So not just for sleeping, for any time if you have high anxiety or if you have stressful situations, you'll want to be taking this and keeping it in your body because it's just going to help calm you and keep you chill during those maybe high stress moments or moments that you feel like you shouldn't be getting worked up on and do. This guy's got your back. So total what we have gotten together so far is 11 tinctures back in the store that were out of stock previously. Like I said, just go check them out. It was ones that people have been asking about. So there's at least 11 of them in there, and we probably got about 13 more gallon to go, which is a long ways, but we'll get there. And then there's, like I said, some new stuff that's there. But I wanted to show y'all something cool that we added to our physical store, not for Etsy store. We got some old-fashioned candy, and I don't know why. It's really cool. I felt like the store needed it. Like candy necklaces, cowtails, sugar daddies, pezzes. We got, the bubble gum cigars. We got the pop rocks, the candy cigarettes. And man, that was one of my childhood big ones right there. The Big League Chew. Really thought I was actually a baseball player. It's kind of crazy. But a lot of this good stuff. We also got some rock candy and of course some Double Bubble and some Smarties. Just stuff that when people bring their kids here, they can grab them a piece of candy or something. And it's just, I always remember going with my parents or grandparents to little old stores like that. They always had some fun candy that you had to pick up. So we just got that added. And say hi, Ray Ray? Yeah. So Ray Ray actually has joined the Girl Scouts. I don't know if we've ever told you all that or not. But her and Mommy are doing really well. They just sold cookies this past weekend. How was that?
Good.
It was good? Y'all sold a bunch of cookies? Tell them how many. 70
cookies.
70 boxes of cookies in 2 hours. Pretty impressive. So if you are local to this area, Girl Scout Cookie Lady. And I think we may be setting up her little table when we do we're open, but we're calling it a spring kickoff. I don't know the best way to announce it because I don't want to be like, we're our opening day, because it's not. But she's probably going to be setting a booth during that, which is March 18th. So on March 18th, we're having our spring kickoff here. The weather looks, so far, doesn't look like it's going to be great, which is kind of a bummer because we had some bigger plans for outdoor stuff. But if it's raining and it even says potentially snowing, that'll kind of cancel some of that. So stay tuned. But if you wanted to make a trip to come, that would probably be a really good day to do so. We're only going to be open 10 to 2, but that is going to be our official kickoff to the season, and really just have a good old time at the store and then go from there. All right, so wanted to just show you that store stuff. We hadn't talked about it in a while because we've been so busy with baby goats. And speaking of baby goats, I wanted to go up to the barnyard because I got to feed them hay that I take y'all with me. But I wanted to show you something that we did. Guineas. It always gets so difficult to video up here. I wanted to show you all something we did that you should also be doing if you have a lot of livestock, and especially as you're moving into spring and getting out of winter. Coming with me, Benny? You coming with me? Come on. So Raylan's climbing up in our hay pile because the chickens have found a spot way in the back to lay their eggs on one of the bales of hay. So we gotta get the chitlins up ready to go find them. What you find? How much you got?
I think only so far.
Only 2? I got some this morning too. That might be it. All right, happy goats everywhere. And now we need to give them a little bit of water and I'll tell y'all what we're doing here. And I got Wyatt dragging a hose, Raylan finding more eggs. Thank you, sister. Good job, kiddos. Playing with the goat babies. Those are Anna's babies. And pretty little things. She's a little shy, isn't she? What are you two doing back here hiding? Elsa's babies. What y'all doing? Being all cute and stuff. Being all cute and stuff. Hiding in the trees. Y'all are pretty. That was actually Shirley's babies. Ethel's babies are hiding. Oh, goodness gracious. I didn't get y'all confused and confuse myself. The ones out there that you just saw were Shirley's babies. Elsa's babies are who I thought they were, and Elsa's babies are underneath the milking stand. Ethel's babies are running around. Whoa, there's too many babies. Too many babies keep remember up. Okay, so here's what we have done differently. Down there, in that dirty mud area, is where it used to be the feeding and watering spot. Well, we've moved the trough up here closer to the gate, more on the hill, and we're spreading hay around. So you gotta remember, when you're doing in the winter, you are trying to do easy, you're trying to do easy access to, be able to get to it quick. But unfortunately, that causes for an area that is gonna be dug out. This is gonna be dirt, and you don't want that forever. And now as we're coming into spring and the grass is coming back, we wanna move it. We wanna get some hay down. We can't really get grass seed down because the chickens will just peck it out. But if you do a light layer of hay or a light layer of straw, that's gonna throw some seed down and help let this grow back and not just be a mud pit. And so we're doing the same thing up here with having the hay kind of, if you've ever seen a actual round bale, the proper way to really do it is roll it out so it doesn't sit there and mold and all that good stuff. And this is similar to that concept on what we're doing up here by just putting a few layers out. No, it's not the greatest to feed them off the ground, but I'm telling you, goats are so picky, they don't get the hay off the ground, which in a turn is actually what I'm looking for, because I'm wanting some light layer to be laying there to let that grass seed down like I just mentioned. So we've got that moved up there, and then we've got the water back up here by the barn. We like it there during the summer, one, because it catches rainwater too, and rainwater is going to be healthier for them than our hard city water that we have. But it also puts it into a totally different area that drains better. So the water drains down the hill better. It actually helps watering the grass during the summer as we dump them and clean them out and stuff like that. What are you doing? You're chewing on me. You're chewing on me, pretty. This is Lola's baby, and she's best friends with Zeus. So she thinks she's a daggone bottle baby. And so she's a big nibbler. She likes to nibble on us. There's Lola's other baby, and this is Lucy's babies. Hi, pretties. Y'all sunbathing? Your little sunbathing, huh? Pretty little thing. Yes, you are. Hi, Zeus. There you are. You been eating hay? I ain't got no bottle. You're eating hay. Speaking of Zeus, we are down to 2 bottles a day. We'll probably be moving him back down to a bottle a day, maybe starting next week, because he's eating grain, eating hay good, and he's just getting close to that age to where we can start weaning him off, but we'll miss it. It's always kind of fun to at least have 1 bottle baby. Another thing we did was go get a few new water troughs. So the water troughs we had were a couple years old, and we clean them, we scrub them after every time, but they had gotten to the point to where it's almost too far gone. You really just want to make sure that you're keeping clean, fresh water. So every couple of years we change out the troughs and what we're giving our animals water with. Make sure they're sprayed out real good, and just make sure they have clean water. So keep an eye on those. If it's you're cleaning them and you're scrubbing them and it's still turning out dirty, milky, nasty looking water, go ahead and get you some new ones. We also like having the water troughs up here because when it drains down the hill, it doesn't hold any ponds, but a lot of the excess goes right here, which is where the pigs made their little watering hole, so no water wasted. And they're Dolly approved. Bye, little babies. We'll see y'all later. We may be putting some up tonight so we can start kid sharing too and get some milk. Hello, hello.
Here.
Hi, Butters. Hi, Molly. Westy, what's wrong? Gosh, you're crazy. You're crazy. Crazy puppy. Okay, it's the next day, Monday, and to be honest with you, we just didn't do much at all on Sunday. It was a full-blown day off, and we needed it. It's something that I actually want to talk to you all about here in just a second, because Jen and I are probably the hardest on ourselves, and I know that a lot of you all are, for being able to do those kind of things. But I wanted to show you all in the greenhouse. We went and got some mulch finally, so it made it look a lot nicer. We still need some more, but it's nice. It's much nicer than having that mud pit that had been created over the winter. And I just like it. It's nice because you can start walking a little bit more barefoot up in here rather than have to have shoes because it was so daggone muddy. And y'all know us, we're in Kentucky and we love being barefoot. Take a quick look at all of our seedlings. We've almost got to 100% germination on these bad boys on the comfrey, and I'm super excited about that. Coconut's still not going. We have got to get these in the ground. They look so good and healthy. All of our cabbages and broccolis and cauliflowers, I mean, they just look fantastic. Peppers are starting to get their true leaves, so we'll up pot them. And basically what I mean by that, in these little bitty things, we did 4 in each, which is good for a while, but we'll separate them out, do 1 at a time in each cup by itself, so it has plenty of room to grow. But I'm really, really excited that the peppers are growing well compared to what it was last year. Starting to have tomatoes popping up all over the place. That is not a ground cherry. I don't know what that is, but we'll see when it comes on up. But we did plant some ground cherries there in that row. A lot of other tomatoes popping up all over the place. And then Jen's herbs and gourds are all looking good. Some things are starting to get their true flowers. And what do I mean by that? What is true flowers? So let's use these co-crops, for example, because it's very, very seen. So you see this one right here and that one right there. Those are the first flower, or the first leaves that pop up when they sprout in seeds. Those would be like called their first flowers, or their first leaves, sorry, or baby plants. When they get older, they get what we call our true leaves. And that's what these guys are. That's actually what they look like when they grow. And then these baby ones will eventually actually fall off and die. You don't really want to start messing with them or moving them, up potting them, anything until you get your first set of true leaves. And so right here, for example, this little jigsaw here, he still has his baby leaves, and that's his first leaves there are. This one, however, has moved from its baby leaves and gotten its first leaves. So that's what you're kind of looking for. That's what you're waiting on before you really start messing with anything. All of our tomatoes right now, all of these are still their first leaves, their baby leaves. And so we want to leave them alone until it's time to get those first true leaves on the plant. So I briefly want to talk to you all about taking time, making sure that you're not being too hard on yourself. Jen and I, y'all know, I don't work on a full-time job anymore, so we have no consistent paycheck that's there. It's all off our hard work. And in that time, one thing that I didn't mention during my month recap of being off, it's something that we really just started noticing over this last week, is that if we take a day off, we almost feel guilty. It's almost like we can't take a day off because we are so reliant on working and making sure that we're making money and being able to pay our bills, that we're not making time to just do nothing. And it's hard. We're real hard on ourselves, and I know a lot of you all are as well. It's one of those things that once you've gotten what you worked so hard for, and Jen actually told me this last night. We got in the hot tub because our backs were hurting, everything was sore. We just kind of did some soaking. She said, you know, when you're starting to try to get to your goals, you work evenings and weekends to get there. You know that this is part of the plan. You're working your Monday through Friday job, 9 to 5, whatever it is. And when you're off and you're on your weekends, you're taking steps towards the goal that you're looking for. And then once you're there, you've got to remember to work when it's appropriate and still take time off, because you don't want to work your whole life to try to get to your goals, especially once you've made it in your head, when you've gotten to where you want to be. We've passed that stage. We've passed that stage where we were working late every night. We were working on the weekends to get to this goal. We've got to be able to give ourselves some patience and be able to take some time off just to make sure that we're not killing ourselves to get where we want to be. So I know a lot of you all are out there right now doing what we used to do, what we're still doing, and that is, you know, working your job, getting off work, splitting firewood, tending to the animals, trying to think of what your next business goal is going to be to try to get there, maintaining and just making sure that everything is working and you're not sitting and just letting your goals pass by you. You're working hard. And so I want you to know, keep doing it, keep going, because there will be time that you can just breathe and take a relaxer. But don't give up on your hopes and dreams. You don't want to just let them go. We're at the stage now that we're there, and it's like, we got to maintain it. We got to make sure that it's still growing, making sure that we're not taking it too easy, and that we are getting work done and moving forward. I know that Jen and I do. We work our butts off. Our bodies tell us all the time, hey, you need to slow down. And so this specifically is about making sure that you do have a day off at least. I'm not saying it's going to be able to come in every week, but if that body's telling you to slow down, like my back's been telling me over this past week, do it. Last week we had, I don't know, like 12 goats hit the ground. And then we also had our friends here, and then we were also still trying to work the business, shoot videos, do all that stuff. And by the time the weekend came, I'm talking like Friday, I was like, oh my gosh, my back is killing me. I've always had back issues. It's one of those things I try to work on and get better. But some days it's just, you push it a little too much. And so we got to Saturday, we did a little work. Kids, Jen and Raylan, they sold some Girl Scouts cookies. I did the mulch stuff. Moved it, the things around in the barn that I showed you all earlier. And then after that, I was like, babe, I think I'm done. This is all I got. And then Sunday, man, we really did nothing at all. And by the end of the day, we all kind of lift each other, and we hate that feeling, right? Like, our feeling of a good day is getting something done. And it was like, this is silly. Why are we acting like this wasn't fine? Like, why do we have this in our minds? And, you know, we went to bed, and today everything's great. And now that we can reflect on that, it's like, hey, you need to be able to do this for yourself, and you need to be able to relax and take a breather. So I'm talking to you, the ones that your back's pushing you a little too far, your body's telling you need a day. Take the day. It's okay to take the day and do absolutely nothing, and maybe just binge something. We watched a lot of movies yesterday too, a lot of good movies, a lot of freaky movies as well. And now I look back, I'm like, I'm ready for the week. But if we didn't, I might not be this way today. So to sum that up, be proud of the work that you are doing. Make sure that you're getting up, make sure you're doing the stuff so where you deserve that day. Now don't sit all week, you know, get up. Don't give yourself a week off unless your body just absolutely needs it. But take the time, feel good about taking the time, and knowing that what that's gonna do for yourself the following week or the next 4 or 5 days, because you're gonna be rejuvenated and ready to take it on. So keep working hard, y'all, but make sure to take that day. Take it, and you'll see the benefits of taking that and just the relaxation that you have. But you all, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you have any questions about how we kind of work the petting zoo and stuff, and kind of touching base on everything that we did today, put them down in the comments. Happy to share. We love our petting zoo setup, but you do have to do things a little bit differently rather than rotational grazing. Because rotational grazing, you're moving that stuff anyways, and it has time to recover. When you have one pasture or 2 pastures, you gotta get a little creative, and that's what we do around here. But y'all, if you're new around here, hit that subscribe button. We love y'all. Until the next one, bye.